What's up, Wayne Barron here with Dark Effects Studios, and today we're going to be installing Adobe Creative Cloud on a brand new system. As you can see, we don't have pretty much nothing in here, so we're going to be installing Adobe Creative Cloud inside of our A drive. We got a 230 gig A drive here, and so that's what we're going to be installing it to. So we're going to go ahead and come over here. Oops, try that one more time. We're going to come over to the Adobe Creative Cloud download. We're going to download the Creative Cloud. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it inside of our D drive. And we're going to go ahead and add a place in here for this. It's going to be go development. Alrighty. And then we're going to put Adobe in here, A-D-O-B-E. And we're going to go ahead and set it right there. Let's go ahead and click on it. And we're going to go ahead and do continue here. Choose yes. Go on to the authentication app here and go ahead and do that. Okay, and I just approved it. So now we are good to go. Let's go ahead and start the installation of the Creative Cloud application itself. Okay, so the installation has completed. This is Creative Cloud on your desktop. It's where you find and manage your Adobe apps, files, creative inspiration, and resources, and more. Creative Cloud will keep all of your installed apps up to date automatically. You can adjust this in preferences. Go ahead and click on done. So since we're already signed in, we want to come over here and click on our little icon up top. Come over here to preferences. So we're going to be installing it into our A drive here. We're going to go ahead and change it to our apps. And then right here for default location, we're going to change this to our A drive. We're going to create a folder here called Adobe. And then create another folder. And we're going to do this as 2023. Because that's what the year is, right? And as you can see here, we've got the Adobe cache right here. This is where we're going to have all of our cache stored at. We're going to choose Photoshop, Illustrator, Acrobat, InDesign, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. Okay, it says you can install After Effects with or without Cinema 4D by Maxim, which allows you to create, import, and edit Cinema 4D files. We're going to go ahead and install it with it. So we're going to include it. Install After Effects. And then we're going to come over here and install Bridge and Lightroom Classic. Go ahead and choose Install. Come down here and choose Animate and choose Audition. Media Encoder is already installed on its own. And we can do Character Animator. So we're going to go ahead and install this as well. I used it once before, but my system, the one I had before a couple of years ago, was not strong enough and it just didn't work well at all. Photoshop is doing its installation and it should be sitting right inside of here. But this is where everything is going to be installed at. So we're just going to leave this up. We're going to move this over to the side right here. I'll tell you what, let's bring it up. Let's do this one here. And let's go ahead and open up that one. So now this way we can actually watch everything being installed. I'm not really sure exactly how long this is going to take. Record it anyway. That way everything can be watched as it's being installed. We're going to set up everything so that we can send all of our information over here into our Adobe cache file. And now we want to do our Adobe cache. We're going to do After Effects first. Let's go ahead and launch it. Edit. Go down to Preferences. And then we want to come down here to Media and Disk Cache. So we're going to change this one, this one, and this one. So let's go ahead and close out of that window. And now we can come over. Okay, got it. Now we can come over here and take a look at what we need to do. So our temp, database, and cache. We're going to come over here back to Edit, Preferences, and then our Media and Disk Cache. Okay, so this right here is going to be our temp folder. So we're going to come over here, we're going to delete that one and just go into our temp folder. So then we're going to choose our folder, typical temp location. Go ahead and move everything over. Then we're going to do our cache. Come over here, do our cache, and then select folder. Okay, so now that's got all of our media cache sitting on our A drive. So let's go ahead and choose OK. We're going to come over here, and then we're going to exit out of After Effects. Let's open up Audition. Okay, so let's come over here to Edit. Go down to Preferences. Let's do Media and Disk Cache. We're going to come over to Adobe Cache, and we're going to create a new folder, and this right here is going to be for Audition. Okay, so for our primary temp folder, we're going to add in a folder for that. It's going to be temp, and then we're going to add in a folder for media. So this is going to be for our cache, and then our database. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our temp, and then we're going to come over here to our media cache. So it's going to come over here, and then our database. Okay, and then we've got our template. So let's go ahead and do our template. Okay, so now we've got everything sitting inside of our A drive, inside of our Audition, instead of it being After Effects. Go ahead and choose OK. Premiere Pro. Go ahead and create our folder. Go down to Edit, Preferences, and we want to do Media Cache. Okay, see now it's sitting at the same place. So it's almost like it's picking up on the last place that I did my work at. So let's do Database. And that's it. So we just got two locations here. Let's go ahead and choose Browse. And then let's come down here. So remove Media Cache files. Let's come down here to our database. Go ahead and choose Move, even though there was nothing there. Let's go ahead and choose OK. And go ahead and close out of it. Okay, so now let's come over here to our Photoshop. Do Edit. Come down here to Preferences. Okay, Scratch Disk. Alright. So we got our Scratch Disk setting at C drive. So our scratch disk, we're going to set it at our A drive. Let's go ahead and choose OK and close. And go ahead and open up the Lightroom. Okay, so we got our cache right here. So we want to change our cache. So let's come over here. So since Photoshop doesn't actually have anything, we're going to do Lightroom. And then we're going to do cache. So let's go ahead and choose cache. Go ahead and close out of it. Do you really want to quit? Yeah, yes, I do. Media encoder. Okay, right here. So we want to change this. So this is going to be media encoder. So we're going to do the cache first, which is right here. And then let's come down here to database. And that takes care of all that. All right, so again, choose OK and go ahead and close out of it. Bridge, and see if there's anything in Bridge that we can change. Go down to Preferences and Cache. And we can change the location right here. All right, so that's got our Bridge cache. Okay, let's go ahead and close out of it and reopen up Bridge. And there it goes, it changed it. So you have to close out and then reopen it up, back up after you make that change. Okay, so we got this right here. So this is the media cache. Okay, so while trying to hunt for that location to move the media cache files, I did find something else. Come over here to camera raw preferences, and then we come down here to performance, camera raw. Oops, let's go back and let's rename that to CACHE. That's better. And now let's select location. Okay, so I just checked something, and let's come over here and let's come over to the registry editor, get to there by REGEDIT, and then choose yes. Let's bring it over here. So we're going to check out this location here. So we're going to go to the current user, and then come down here to software, then come down to Adobe, and then come down to bridge, and then preferences. We come down to preferences, we have this location right here. Okay, so we're going to double click on it, and then we're going to come over here to our bridge and our media cache. We're going to copy that location. We're going to come over here. We're going to choose OK on that one. That changes our location there. Close out of it, cancel, close out, and then open bridge back up. Come over here to edit, preferences, and then there we go. That is how we change it inside of Adobe Bridge. Come over to edit, down to preferences. Go ahead and open up general. Okay, I'll scratch this. It's going to be our C drive, so we're going to change that to our A drive. Okay, so secondary is going to be, we're going to move our secondary over to our H drive. And because our H drive, we come over here, right click and open a new window. So our H drive is sitting right here. Our A drive is here. So we've got 190 gigs available here, and we've got 279 gigs available here. So we've got enough space. And I do believe I've actually got more space. I think I've got a little bit more available space. Yeah, I've got an extra 246 gigs sitting right there that can be used. Go ahead and choose OK. So let's go over here and jump inside of InDesign. Edit. And let's come over here to preferences. Okay, so this is our recovery data. So let's come over here and let's do. All right, so I am Wayne Barron for Dark Effects Studios. With the installation of Adobe Creative Cloud, installing into your own location, and then changing all of your disk cache information. Y'all have a good one now. Bye-bye.